Oftentimes, people would ask me how I avoid copyright claims when I'm showing footage from movies or TV shows in order to make video reviews. It's a prevailing issue for creators that want to make reviews of media, but end up getting their videos blocked despite their content falling under fair use. It's because of an automatic content ID system that is often prone to mistakes. I've had lots of experiences with these troubles and managed to find ways to avoid them in many of my videos, so I figured I'd discuss a few strategies I use to avoid false copyright claims. Something to keep in mind is that the content detection system is more sensitive to audiovisual clips than only visual clips. Sometimes, when stating a point in a review, you may see a creator use footage from a movie or TV show to match the tone or energy of what they're saying, or to match the events that they're recounting on screen. And if you keep these around 5 seconds or below, you can generally be safe from copyright. What often creates issues is when you use audio for the material as well. If I need to play a long piece of dialogue from a character to back up a claim I make, this puts you in a tight situation, because while you need to show the full context to make your point as effectively as you can, you also need to find ways to avoid the content detection system from mistakenly blocking your video. Luckily, I have a workaround for that as well. A strategy I utilize is playing different clips over the audio. Relevant clips for sure, but different clips nonetheless. This allows you to play the audio needed for showing evidence and have relevant visuals. Here's an example of how I might use this strategy.
They both died, fighting Spider-Man. It was all over the news. Green Goblin, impaled by the glider you flew around on.
Notice that I didn't fully use the footage of No Way Home that matches the audio we heard, while keeping the clips relevant to what's being said. It's an easy way to avoid copyright, and if your audio-visual clips are short yet beneficial to your review, you generally won't need to worry about using other clips to mask the footage, such as if they're around this length.
Don't tell Harry.
While this is a strong mitigating factor that generally works, sometimes the detection system will try to bite you for even 2 to 3 seconds of footage. I've noticed this a lot with Warner Bros. Especially, so of course, this may call for some drastic measures, but in ways that don't completely take away from your video. Now, if you have an avatar of yourself that you use in your branding or some of your videos, you can always place it in front of your footage to partially cover the material. It really helps avoid those false copyright claims, and could add a neat spin to your video, almost as if it looks like you're watching the footage along with the viewers. You can also utilize green screen meme templates to play footage. I've done this quite a bit in my Spider-Man Far From Home review, where I'd use green screen meme templates to showcase footage and have an interesting cover for it. You can search up green screen memes on YouTube to access many of these. And what I sometimes do, often as a last resort, is simply use copyright covers to ensure that the footage doesn't get falsely claimed. You can experiment with this all you want, but generally, you don't want to use these at full opacity, so there is at least some visibility for the footage when using it to illustrate a point. That covers the gist of it. These are my typical strategies for avoiding copyright issues, and they've been successful so far. I understand YouTube doesn't intend to falsely copyright claim videos. However, I don't know the intentions of an unattended fire hose, so I just do what I can not to be splashed. With that said, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to share it around if others are having these types of issues, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye.